The Studio 701. Bismarck Global Neighbors is a local nonprofit that helps people who migrated to North Dakota from other countries.
Julie Ramos Lagos is the executive director of Bismarck Global Neighbors, and she's joining us now to talk a little bit more about what they do. So welcome to the show, Julie. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me, you guys. I'm happy to enjoy visiting with you this beautiful morning. It was a little chilly as we were coming in.
Did you see any northern lights?
I did. No, I did in the past when I lived in Canada, but not today, unfortunately. But
yeah.
I do love the northern lights.
So beautiful.
And I enjoy the weather here as well, just because I am a true North Dakotan. But a lot of the immigrants and individuals that have come here from different areas, this is something that's an adjustment for them. And this is one of the things through Global Neighbors. We are a global place here in Bismarck that really works with the immigrants and new Americans that come to North Dakota and to Bismarck specifically. And typically over time we've worked with over 100 different immigrants and connected them to different individuals in North Dakota through mentorships, through different cultural events. And we just celebrated 100 here this summer, which is really exciting. And then typically we have celebrations where we really want to have the immigrants have an opportunity to be able to share their rich heritage with each other and with the community as well. They don't feel like often they get that opportunity to really be able to share where they come from and things that are important to them.
Mm-hmm. And Julie, I think this business model is so interesting, especially because North Dakota is a place that not too long ago was really only some small groups of migrants and Native American culture, and now it's expanding so greatly. What are some of the benefits or what are you seeing from these new cultures come to this area?
Well, there's a lot of great benefits. Some of those that I know that a lot of individuals, especially in the Bismarck area, that are seeing recently is you're starting to see a lot of new ethnic restaurants opening. We typically here at Global Neighbors help a lot of those immigrants start and kickstart some of those, such as the African Nomad. I actually enjoyed helping her kind of kick off her catering business in August. I went out actually and shopped with her. I couldn't say that I've actually created, that was the first time that I ever bought that many spices in my life. I think we bought out the stores for the different spices, but it's opportunities to be able to do that, but then it also gives an opportunity for those, especially during the times if you're not able to travel and leave Bismarck, that you get to experience those cultures and get to know those individuals and customs and different things from different places.
Wonderful. And you've mentioned some of the services that are offered through your nonprofit. Can you tell us again why maybe someone should go see you to try to get some of those services and how that might help them?
Yeah, definitely. Well, we help individuals in all different areas of life, different things that they need. The picture that just came up, those are individuals. I also teach cultural anthropology at the University of Mary. We encourage a lot of the immigrants who are leaders in the area come out and share their expertise. And then we also have opportunities where we kind of build up immigrants to be leaders in the community, whether they're starting businesses, if they need help as far as finding housing. There's individuals that are just a cute family that just came into Bismarck just a week ago that are getting adjusted, getting housing, just started school. We also have several different mentorships where those individuals can kind of connect and make friends with one person here in Bismarck, Mandan, and be able to learn how to drive, prepare for a citizenship test, help with immigration papers or translation. There's a lot of different services that we help with, and we take each individual case by case to really see what their needs are and make them succeed in the area.
Mm-hmm. Julie, are there typical challenges that each migrant family is going to face when they come here?
Yeah, each individual, it's a unique situation. We really just spend time getting to know that person to find out what their greatest needs are. Coming from different cultures, different backgrounds, they're going to adjust a little different in Bismarck. Some are going to have to adjust just according to today with the weather. We often have individuals that come in that don't have coats, aren't prepared, or have never seen snow before.
Wow, which is always a shock.
Yes.
Even if you're from California, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So can you tell us how many nations are represented as being involved with Bismarck Global Neighbors?
There's quite a few. It's hard to say exactly how many, but I do know we have around 60 different languages that are represented that we've worked with. There's also over around 400 ELL students within the Bismarck schools.
Wow, incredible. And anything you can tell us about celebrating new American heritage, a way that you celebrate that through Bismarck Global Neighbors?
Well, we provide lots of opportunities of events and celebrations where they can come in and share their stories, have opportunities to share dance and culture, the food, which is always an exciting one. And one of those ways that we've just started kind of bringing that back again is our monthly celebrations. We call them the Jamborees. They take place at the library. And really we're taking one culture and celebrating that culture along with two others and highlighting those cultures through food, through dance, through stories, and giving them the opportunity to share. Instead of just being a multicultural fest, it's really focusing on specific cultural heritage where they can share with each other. We also have Global Gala, which is an annual event that takes place typically in the spring. This one's coming up in April. And that is really where we take pictures of those individuals that are in the snow or in the North Dakota background and really show them in their cultural dress and celebrate them as well.
Fantastic.
Very cool.
Thank you so much, Julie, for
Thank
telling
you.
us all about this. And for more information, make sure you check out Bismarck Global Neighbors. That's on Facebook, or you can email bismarckglobalneighbors@gmail.com.